Hello! Welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Caroline and this is episode 130. You can find me online everywhere as Caroline, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, the works. And I also have a web shop at colourfulcreativity.nl or colourfulcreativity.com. The .com one will just move you to the .nl one, but hey, it works. It's mine. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to all returning viewers. I'm really grateful and happy you like it here and stick around. And welcome to all new viewers. I hope you like it here. Subscribe down below and stick around as well. I'm gonna warn you, this is gonna be a yarn explosion episode today. It's gonna be a lot. So you're warned. Grab yourself something to drink. Not sure when you're watching this, so maybe a nice cup of coffee or tea. Maybe something stronger. I'm not judging. Binks is also here. Hello. And Miss Leia is roaming around. They have both slept basically all morning, so we can expect ruckus. They're probably fully charged and ready to rumble. I mean, Binks is already trying. See, told you. I'm starting with a finished object because I have two gorgeous autumnal socks on blockers. Yay me. I have Binks, you cannot hug the remote of the light. Thank you. He almost pulled over the light. You're a bit too much, mister. Yeah, autumnal socks from Debbie Bliss yarn. Rialto luxury sock, I think. And a few scrubs. One in GB wolle, in curry, and one random grey that just matched there. So I like them just plain vanilla with a slip stitch ribbed heel. Not sure what you call it, just a slip stitch heel, I guess. And short cuff with 2x2 rib and round toe, like I usually do. The yarn wasn't that nice. It is kind of a single with two strands. And it should be a 2-ply, but it looks like a single. It looks nice here and here because it has a very nice gradient transition, but it splits a bit and it's not too nice to knit with. So I have another ball. Once that's gone, it's gone. I knit them on 2.5mm needles, just my standard 64 stitches recipe I always use. I hope that's tight enough for the yarn. Really. I don't know if the camera will get this purring. To me it's really loud. Oh, mister. I'm not wearing the microphone because he would eat that if he could. And I've noticed it doesn't really make a big difference. So I can amp up the volume from me anyways in the software. Then I have a lot. Oh no, I do have some finished things, and I do see now that I forgot to grab one of my acquisitions, so I will do that somewhere in between. I have finished a crochet coaster. Last weekend we had the Knit Tea Retreat, which was a blast. It was online again. It was online classes this time, and some virtual socials. And I took a crochet class. It was called Crochet Locution. I hope I pronounced that right. If not, I'm very sorry. And I only know the Instagram name of the teacher, Tenaciously She, and she is awesome. I mean, it was such a great class. I learned things. I mean, I see myself as a very good crocheter, and that's because I knit like 1 million baby blankets and so many other stuff, big shawls for friends and distant friends and for everyone basically. And yeah, I learned something new, and I have here some tiny swatches and some even tinier, and I will show you. We had to make a little swatch where we would cast on 10 stitches, and we had to keep 10 stitches. So we would do some double crochets, some single crochets, and some treble crochets, depending on where you're looking, UK or US. So to me, I usually go with US terms, but this was all UK. So it was a double crochet and treble crochet and half treble. And we did that again with extended stitches, something I didn't know yet. And we also did foundation chains with extended stitches, so you don't have to make the whole chain of like 200 or 300 stitches for a blanket. And I was like, oh my god, mind blown. Well, and then in the end we had some chart reading, and since I could also already read a chart pretty okay, there was nothing new for me, and I just crocheted the coaster. And during that class I then had time to do an emergency swatch knit. The other class I took was Change One Thing, and her name is Natalie in Stitches on Instagram. And again, that workshop was also awesome. Apparently I managed to pick some really nice classes, and I'm very happy with that. So this was more a design and be creative course, and that if you want to make something with just one little stitch different, it looks totally different. Like here with my tiny swatch, what's the front? I think this is that front, no clue. This is just a simple rib swatch, and I had 1x1 rib, and that transferred into cable to with a cable into 2x2 rib. You don't really see it here, but what you can see is a bit of an hourglass shape, which shows very well that 2x2 ribbing has more stretch and goes in more than 1x1 rib, which is good because I like 2x2 rib better for my sock cuffs, and I now know why. They just sit better. And then yeah, we had just a just try something out that you really want to try, and I went with cables, of course. And here you can see we started with a cable, we transferred the cables to the outside, and then I forgot to cable in the middle, so I did that here and ended again with something ribbed. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, absolutely a lot of fun. I was also on the marketplace there, but everything shop related. I will show you later. And of course I would have told you I was gonna do that if I had known it in advance. There was a free place in the marketplace, and I got asked on Saturday early afternoon if I could hop in, and of course I could, so I did. So I only knew it less than 24 hours in advance. But it was fine. I had a wonderful Instagram live, and if you want to see that back, you can. It is on my Instagram. I saved it, and you can find it under the videos there. Mister, I don't know what I do with you. During the retreat socials, I was able to knit stuff, and in my Peacock knit and stitch bits bag I got now a finished cuff of my Podster gloves. This is the second one I'm knitting. I already have a finished one, and you might remember if you're a returning viewer that I knit that cuff on the retreat before this one. So I think it was August of this year. They were quite quickly after one another. So here is the first one. The second one will look the same, I hope. I am being jumped by 2 cats now. And yeah, I only did the ribbing, and then I needed some reading in the pattern and matching up with what I did with the first one. So I was like, yeah, wait, not gonna happen. The yarn I'm using is Undercover Otter in a Squirrel, and this is the Clan of Igor's July 2019 colorway Yetch. I know this shows up very well for you, but it shows mirrored for me, so reading Yetch in mirror view is a bit difficult. So Undercover Otter Squirrel, my favorite. And I'm knitting them on 2.5mm needles. And it's a free pattern. I'm not sure if it's only on Ravelry, but you might have to Google, by Glenna C. I don't always print my patterns, but if I do, I can show you this. And yeah, this will just wait until I feel like making myself some new gloves, because they are for me. I mean, I do have nice fingerless ones, I do have nice fingered ones, I do have nice mittens. No hurries, I just want them someday. What I cast on just after finishing the autumn socks is in this exploding tardy bag, and it was eyeing me for a while. It is another Undercover Otter. This is their Killer Clowns from Outer Space Light Undercover Otter, and this is a Slasher Sock 2.0. And I'm combining it with this one, and I first had planned to do the bonus sock of the last round of Sock Madness. Something with birthday party, birthday confetti, kinda party confetti, not sure what it was called, but I was gonna combine it with this. This is the same as I used for the Pixel Rise socks, de streepjes Invicta Glamour or Glamour. And it has a tiny bit of sparkle. Not sure if you can see it, but hey. But in the end, I went for a pattern that was in my queue for pretty much 6 years probably. I think that's about how long I've been knitting socks, 6 or 7 years. So yeah, it is the Broken Seed Stitch pattern. And I really love how it looks. I mean, if you would just knit the rainbow yarn in a regular way, it would be basically clown barf, but breaking it up with this broken seed stitch makes it just so much more fun. And to be honest, I thought it was very difficult, the broken seed stitch pattern. I was like, I can't do that. I keep putting it off. And then I read the pattern. It's basically a 4-row repeat, and it is so simple. You just knit the rows in your solid color. So for me that was the light color, and then you knit 2, purl 2, or knit 1, purl 1. Let me check. Knit 1, purl 1. The colored stitches, or you purl 1, knit 1, depending on the row. Like I said, it's a 4-row pattern. It's not rocket science. It's super easy. And definitely, ow, on camera, you little bastard. Yeah, way easier than expected, and just nice. Not too mindless, but definitely mindless. Does that make sense? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. A slap in the face does that to you. Let me take a sip of tea. Talking about tea, I don't know if you know crowd farming, but way back in summer or even before that, I backed a tea producer, and it finally came. So they harvested the tea and then they dried it and they did what they do with it and they shipped it, and it was in Georgia and not in the US, the country Georgia, here on the European continent. And yeah, it took a bit, but I now have amazing green tea, and I adopted the bushes, so that was awesome. I really enjoyed that, and I can actually drink that tea. I already tried it. It's just a green tea with no additions, and I am in love with it. The tea company is called Renegade Tea, and I will link them in the show notes because I am totally rooting for them. They are amazing. Another cast on from the Knitty Retreat in my Christmas bag. So if it's a Christmas bag, what's in there? Something Christmassy. Yay. A Christmas sock in the making, because I didn't know how long I wanted the leg for that broken seed stitch sock. So I was like, okay, I will do something plain vanilla. Just a simple red cuff, and then let the yarn do what it does best. The yarn I'm using is Candy Cane from West Yorkshire Spinners, their signature 4-ply, which is an older Christmas colorway. And these two are also signature 4-ply by West Yorkshire Spinners. And what I'm gonna do is red cuff, green heel, red toe, and the other way around. Green cuff, red heel, green toe. Just because I like it. And also for this one, I am not sure. I think I might already be there. And now I have to figure out my heel. I mean, I'm at a green, so I could do the green now, or I could do a green and then a white stripe. And then in the middle of the red stripe, do a heel. I'm not sure, so I've put this on hold until I am. And it is November, so it's not crazy that I'm putting things on hold. You'll see in a sec. By the way, both socks are knit in 2.5mm needles, high sharps, and regular 64 stitches. Minx is eating now, so his sister is now guarding me. Yes, you is. And another thing I found out on Saturday morning during the Knitty Retreat, here in my huge Eldon Woodcraft sheep bag, is my bubble cardigan. Picking up stitches during a chat, even if it's with only one person, makes things go wrong. I picked up the stitches and I thought, but on what side do I start? I can't find it. Apparently it was in the text. I didn't read it well enough and I started at the wrong side. So I had to undo it all. All over 100 stitches in an I-cord. Yay me. And then I found out I made a mistake. Indeed, it was not the mistake I thought I had. because you can see here probably that this one runs all the way through, but then here suddenly it doesn't. It goes from 2 to 1 because I have picked up the stitches differently over there. I guess my husband will not notice because it's on his back. I will be the only one who notices probably, because I guess this is loud enough that you won't really see. And if someone sees it and they really care, they can undo all the knitting and do it properly. I'm not gonna start over again. So, basically during the retreat I added these 2 stripes and that was it. Then I thought, nope, this is not retreat knitting. I have to pay attention and I cannot count to 4 or 3 plus 1 while being social, while doing stuff. I just can't. I put it away for safety reasons. I had already made the mistake Friday evening that I did drop a stitch somewhere, or no, it wasn't Friday evening, it was Saturday morning, and I made the mistake for forgetting to pick up the bubble, and yeah, what can I say? Here is the look. It is a Westnet's or Stephen West pattern. I'm trying to cover the pattern, but it's not rocket science and it's on YouTube, so. But it's really nice. It's gonna be for my husband, and I'm using all kinds of yarns from Undercover Otters, Clan of Igors. I'm using some of my own hand dyed and of different dyers, and I'm knitting these on 3.75 millimeters. High sharp interchangeables. I have shown you the yarn last time. I've only knit two rows extra. I think you'll manage if I don't say all the dyers again this time. You can also always find it in my project if you can use Ravelry, and if not, and you really want to know, pop me a message and I'll answer. It's just that getting all the balls out and the ball bands, I'm like, yeah. I have a cat on me again, so it's not really easy. Then I have a new project bag in this Vicky Bird Designs bag, and it is Marsha's Mitts. The pattern name I know, the designer I forgot. Also with the broken seed stitch, it was Hanna something, and the something was Finnish, and yeah, I'm not that good in my Finnish pronunciation. This one is Marsha's Mitts, like I said, and I'm knitting this in very pooling yarn. This is the right one. It's way too big. It's for my husband. I misplaced his Bam Pow mittens, so the fighting word mittens that I knit him before, and I have to keep an eye on Miss Laia because otherwise she will wreck her basket. She's making biscuits, but she does it with her claws, and she claws the whole basket. Annoying puss. So yeah, I've got one finished, way too big. I misplaced his Bam Pow mitts, and I cast on these pretty quickly. I was like, yeah, I'll make you new ones. I don't know where I put them. I don't know where you put them. I just don't know. And it's getting colder, so he needed some. So what do you do when you're a knitter? You just cast on something new. No excuses needed. The yarn makes it difficult to show you the pattern, but there is a little eyelet lace in there. It makes it this cute little bubbly pattern. Basically yarn overs and knit two togethers in a certain rhythm, and I'm enjoying it while knitting it, and Robert loved wearing it. It fits him, it's made for him. The yarn I'm using is a Deep Stash Unknown. I won it a million years ago. It's something merino with bamboo that I can feel, but the label is gone. Sometimes that means that the label is really gone. Other times it means it's a problematic dyer or it is a problematic colorway theme kind of thing. So you will never know. I lost the label. And I am at the second one. At this stage, and this is a 2.25mm Chowgo needle, because my 2.25mm needles for Hanna are all taken or gone. Yeah, interchangeables, it's nice. And I like Hanna sharps better because they are pointier, but the rest, totally fine. As long as it's metal, I can usually knit with it. I didn't really hit her. I didn't even barely touch her because I'm not that long. She's too far away. Anything else about this? Yeah, well, oh yeah, I found this mitts bag yesterday, so I guess this one goes in the maybe someday pile. Robert picked the yarn himself. I gave him some options and he was like, oh, I like that one. I was like, okay, fine. Then I have got something very exciting, or something I'm very excited about, and it is November. And November means that it is NaNoWriMo, which is something writing month, National November Writing Month, or National Novel Writing Month, I think it was. What you do is you write 50,000 words in the month of November and you have a novel, basically. Very short version. But as knitters we can do that better. We do NaNoWriMo, which means National November Sweater NaNoWriMo, so National Knit a Sweater Month, I think. I'm not sure what the NA, the Na is for, but hey ho. I've been planning this for a while and I am going to knit finally my Curdach cardigan by Carol Feller. And yeah, look at this. I made a swatch. And this is not just a tiny swatch, no, this is a huge swatch and this is a big part of the whole back panel. And I am so proud of it. It is almost at gauge, give or take a tiny bit. If it is really this, then I will have about 2-3 extra inches, and I don't really mind if it is a bit wider. I have started, of course, officially on November the 1st, and I have now managed to finish the left and right saddle. It is one big cable and another one next to it. Yeah, it's pretty, it feels amazing. The yarn I am in love with. Did I drop a stitch marker? No, I think I didn't. Tell you more about these stitch markers later. I love my swatch. It is soft enough that I can handle it, and it is sturdy German yarn. I got it from a Kickstarter last year, and it is Paula's Wolle, and I think I haven't shown it. I bought it together with my mum. We got 25 skeins, so both of us 12.5 skeins. Well, I got 13 here if she needs mine. She get the 13th, whatever. I balled it by hand on a Nostepine just because I wanted to get to know the feel of the yarn, and I am impressed. This is non-superwash DK weight yarn. You know me, I love my merino, super smooth, super soft, super round, super smooth. Did I already say smooth? Whatever. fingering weight yarn, well, I can tell you I am in love with this sturdy sheep wool. It is amazing, and I haven't seen any news from them in the past months. So I have no clue if they are doing it again, and if they got another year of wool. So you get really the year wool, nothing blended or something. It's just really the wool. And I went with the undyed version. There were also a few color options, but I really liked the idea of an undyed, like Irish cable cardigan. So very much enjoying this. I'm knitting this on 4mm needles. Also higher sharp, interchangeables. I have to make sure none of my ends stick out when I put it back, or this mister here next to me will find them and steal something. Take another sip of tea. Because that was all the whips I had to show you, which means I have to get up and grab the acquisition I missed. Ugh. Acquisitions. Get ready, it's gonna be a lot. We're already half an hour in. It will take another half an hour for sure. I have so much to show you. I have a cute little box here, and in here is my Knitty Retreat goodie bag, and also my Knitty Society extras. The goodie bag was a wonderful bottle of Eucalan eucalyptus. I love that smell. I love eucalyptus. 2 minis of Curdach yarn. And this is the color Rosin, and this one is Natural, which I absolutely love. This is the DK weight, I think. Yeah, it is DK weight. Then there were 2 little bags of tea. No, I don't drink them. Sorry. Not my favorite flavor. Black tea is not the best for me. There were some darning needles, shiny from the light. So a clover set with a few needles. So the little tube with the screw-on lid, very handy, so you don't lose them. And then there was the Knitty Society extras, and that was the 100% superwash high twist BFL DK copper leaf. And I love this colorway. It is amazing. I don't know yet what I'm gonna make with it, but I'll find something. And a Knit Tea Retreat measuring tape. Seriously, I have misplaced mine from last time. It's in a project bag somewhere, probably. I can never have enough measuring tapes. I know, I got my own cat branded now, but yeah, never enough. Never enough. So that was number 1. Number 2 is some gorgeous Christmas yarn. Never enough. Never enough Christmas sock yarn. My mom was a bit disappointed in the West Yorkshire Spinners vintage tinsel. She was like, it just stripes. It doesn't do anything special. No. I'm disappointed. So then I saw that this year Zitron was doing some trucking XXL in Christmas colorways, and it was flying off the shelves. So I was like, okay, who do I know that sells this? I do know someone. It is Verena of Zuidstadwolle in Cologne. And I messaged her and I was like, do you have 2 balls of each of the Christmas colorways? And she was like, yes, I do. Okay, please send them to me. So I got these 2 for me and the same pair for my mom. You won't believe it, but she already finished the first pair and she's now knitting the second one. And I bet she already has 3 socks now and only needs 1 more sock of this, and then has 2 pairs of socks. She was not gonna knit any more socks. She was gonna knit something else. But hey, when I give her pretty sock yarn, she sure will knit. It's my mom. She cranks out a sock faster than a sock knitting machine. Or at least that's how I feel about it. And then I got some nice fluff for myself. And I didn't know that Manos del Uruguay had merino tops. I did not know they did fiber. And now I do. Look at that color. It's very orangey, with a bit red and yellows and mustardy and a bit of darker. So very much autumnal. I already told you I was in an autumnal mood. Yeah, I can tell you where I got this, but it was wholesale. I just snuck in some fiber. Yeah. I was naughty, but hey, I need to treat myself. I treated myself a bit much lately, but oh well. And a bit much lately, we'll show you with this box. I ordered sample packs from the wholesale supplier, and yeah, basically I spent 2 afternoons, one with my mom, one with my mother-in-law, with yarn tastings, and we had some fun fumbling around with this huge box. I mean, it's that high and it comes up to there. All kinds of different yarns from different brands, and just fondle the yarn. I mean, this is BC Garn, Tussa tweed, gorgeous tweed yarn, or this Erika Gossypium cotton tweed. If I had a yarn store, I would definitely stock that, and lots more from this. I am thinking of stocking this. This is Kremke Stellaris, and it comes in many colors. This is just the silver, the light silver, and it is a very thin viscose polyester and metallic yarn, and it's 560 meters in 25 grams. So I think it will be amazing for plying and making art yarn, or for using instead of mohair or kid silk stuff. And for those who are allergic to that, this is like viscose, polyester and metallic, and it doesn't feel hard, it still feels soft, which I have already had different as well. So I'm thinking of stocking this, and I was wondering what you think about that. So yeah, this is a bit shop and a bit personal. Most of the colors are definitely not me. Yeah, just not me. So part of it will go to my mom, because she was like, oh, this is the color of my eyes, which is true, and she loves it. My mother-in-law couldn't handle any of the wool or animal fiber kinds. All she could handle was cotton, viscose, linen and silk. So yeah, that was a shame for her, and lucky for my mom. I mean, this is definitely not my color, and way more their color. So I'm very curious. I'll keep it a bit longer if there are other people who would like to have a yarn tasting, just to feel some different yarns than what I usually have. But I just don't have the space to stock this, and I would need all the colors, and yeah, just not possible. And you have the minimum amount you have to buy per color, often is 10. So 10 balls of each color. Where would I leave it? I want to live in this house too. I don't want to crawl over boxes into my bed. I will probably have to file for a divorce, or better said, Robert will file for a divorce, because he will have had it when I do that. So it's not going to happen. What I do for the yarn tasting and this kind of thing is, you visit me and you fondle around, and if you want something, you have to buy the whole minimum order quantity. So I won't have leftover stock. because I don't want to sell it in the shop. For that, I will also give you a discount then, because you have to take that much. So yeah, definitely if you are local and you think, oh, that sounds really interesting, I want to fondle, free to come and fondle the yarn. It's a one-on-one session, or maybe 1-on-2 if you want to bring a friend. That's fine. You want to say something too? Yeah, you like it if people come. Yeah, I know. I know you like that. So basically, if you want that, hit me up. Then I went to another wholesale company. Like I told you last time, I was a very naughty person and bought a lot of sweater quantities for myself. And I seriously hope I learn to knit faster than I even can. I'm putting aside some things, because that's the business stuff, the shop stuff I have to show you later. First up, I had that Tynn line by Sandness for the outline tee top test knit. And I got myself some in this color. It is called Terracotta. And I really like it. It's a bit more pink than I had expected, but it depends on the light. If I put it in real daylight, it's a bit more dark, and if I put it in not so much daylight, it looks more pink. Fine by me. I'll manage. And then I couldn't resist. I also got the line. Yeah, the Tynn line. I now know the pronunciation. So this is the line in a ochre color and a petrol, and this is more a DK worsted weight, and I have also plans for that. And here you can see minimum order quantities are really 10 balls each. That's what you get when you buy wholesale. But hey, I'm a big person. Usually it takes me quite a lot of yarn, and these are just 50-gram balls, so that's also lucky. Then I got myself some Rowan felted tweed, since my wonderful friend Angela sent me a ball so I could test it if I could handle it, because it has alpaca in it. And this is a Café Facette colorway, Zinnia, which I love. I mean, it's a reddish orange, and I got myself this Rowan felted tweed in a rusty orange. You can see that I'm very much in an autumnal mood, right? Orange, orange, all the orange are us. Then I couldn't resist getting myself some Rowan Valley tweed in a red, a real nice red. And also absolutely love it. And these are all gonna be some really simple sweaters that I will just put on and wear. Like a V-neck sweater, and I will see, I've got fingering and DK weight now, so I will probably look around for some patterns, maybe modify my neckline myself with the help of another pattern that has the right neckline but not the right weight or something. I'm thinking about some Jessie May patterns, like the very V-neck or the... Everything okay here? Well, looks like you're not sneezing blood again. He's been at it again. All is fine. He got meds and didn't happen again. Just a one-time thing. No clue. Where was I? Jessie May patterns, a very V-neck sweater, or maybe the very simple sweater she also has. Raglan, Ultimate Raglan or something. Forgot the name. Jessie May, her patterns are awesome. And then I also got myself a sweater quantity for a squirrel colored cardigan, and this is where Verena of Zuidstadwolle helped me a lot. She discovered that this yarn existed. I didn't know that. It is Regia Silk Premium, and it is amazing. I haven't unpacked it, but it looks amazing. So it's a 4-ply sock yarn with silk. Let me open it up for you. Oh. And this is 55% wool, 25% polyamide, and 20% silk. There you have the infos. And it is amazing. It is 400 meters, so a very nice fingering weight. And I also have a lacy kind of cardigan, wrap cardigan style in mind, since I want to wear it on my squirrel dress and everything that's left over. We'll see. I think I needed about 4 balls, 3 or 4 balls for that. And I'm guessing some squirrel socks, because I got a pattern from a designer I didn't know. I will have to look this one up, because I'm not gonna say I'll put it in show notes, because you just won't know. Let me see. They are called the Afterer socks by Michelle Leike. Just like the needles, Leike, Likke, I believe is the real pronunciation over there. And yeah, let me take it off the charger. Here you have cute little squirrel socks. I mean, if I have leftovers, this is definitely the color for it. And then combined with a simple undyed sock yarn, it will be amazing. So yeah, that was 7 sweater quantities. I do not have to get bored at all. And then I will admit to the fact that I even looked at more when I ordered some yarn for my mom and my mother-in-law from the yarn tasting. I was like, oh, this would be nice yarn. There was a sale of some yarn, and I was like, oh, this would be nice. I already have undyed yarn for that, for the Sode cardigan. I just have to dye it myself, and it's 20 skeins of Aran weight, I think. So it's a challenge, because I have never dyed such a big batch in the same color, and I want it nice and even, because I'm a perfectionist for my whole cardigan. I don't want this part to be super dark and then a super light, even though I interchange the colors. So yeah, I didn't buy that yarn. I went with the, I have enough yarn, I have yarn to dye for it, I will be okay. There is more than enough yarn in the world, and there will always be yarn when I want to buy that. Ain't that good? So yeah, I've got enough sweater quantities for a while. Though I have to say, for this year, I was looking for the year of the sweater, and it certainly was. We will do a recap of the year in knits, probably January, maybe December, I'll see. But I'm pretty proud of myself for how many sweaters I actually knit. Sweaters, tops, everything, as long as it's garment for the upper body. I think I knit at least 7, and I'm knitting a few more, so yeah. I did a lot. And I also did a lot of socks, so I'm good. Talking about socks, I am going to transition into shop news. I was planning on a bigger rainbow update, but due to the Knitty retreat, I had to jump some things ahead. I was very lucky that I had just gotten in these two yarns. These are Regia Perfect rainbow yarn, and this is the traditional rainbow with a purple, and this is a neon rainbow without a purple but very bright. And you can knit a pair of socks that are exactly the same with these. I am stealing a ball of this because I couldn't get that in Arnhem-Muiden when I was there at Blij dat ik brei or Atelier Jafari. She had this one, so I have that one, and I also wanted this one, but she didn't have that. So now I have that, and I'm selling it also. And I want to make myself a skew sock, which is a yeah, the sock basically twists a bit around your foot. It is knit skewed, and it is very nice with wide stripes. As you can see, this is fairly wide in the striping, so I think this will look amazing for that. Thank you very much. I think it was Britta who put me onto that. I saw it in a red and white one, and it was looking like candy cane striped socks on the skew, and I think it will also look very good with a rainbow. I mean, anything will look good on a rainbow, not? Going further on the rainbow stuff, I also got some new coconuts stuff. I have here the Flight of Stitch Markers, which is a stitch marker tasting, as they call it. You have an assortment of all kinds of stitch markers they have. Really big rings, the normal rings, the mini rings, triangle, and the new colorful split ring markers. And it looks like this inside. There are these tubes, and you have 5 different styles, 4 of each of 6 colors. So there are 24 markers in each tube. And if you buy these ones, you have like 60 of each, and you get 10 of each color. There are 6 colors, and these are the split ring markers. I already had the normal small rings and the medium or regular sized rings in my shop. Not my stash, well, also my stash. Okay. And there are also the triangle markers still available, and they are the older ones in the tiny tin. Now they come in these boxes, but since I have some in the tins, I was like, let me just keep it with that and add new things. And this is the metal assortment kit. Precious metal stitch markers. You have the bulb stitch markers, the small rings and the larger rings, and I will show it to you like this. It comes in an assortment of metal colors, so gold, silver and bronze, or yeah, copper. More copper, I guess. That's more coppery, yeah. And it is, yeah, silver, gold and copper. It says so on the back. And these are all available in the shop now, as is the Nostepin, which I didn't bring. And I forgot an acquisition. Oops. It was underneath all the shop news. I also got myself these. I got Chaogu shorties 2 and 3 inch. And let me open this one. This is the package with the 2 to 3.25 millimeter needles. You have this cute little pouch, and if this is something you like, definitely let me know, because I can order them for the shop. But I wanted to try them out first, because I always want to try out stuff first before I sell it. Here are the cables, 3 of them, one 13 centimeter, one 15 centimeter, one 20 centimeter, or one 5 inch, 6 inch and 8 inch. And let me open up the cute little thingy. Here are the tips. You've got really short tips and you've got a bit longer tips. So on the bit longer tips are this long. Pose. And the really short ones are this long. And I am thinking about using them for sleeves and small circumference stuff, just to try out if this is my jam or not. Maybe with one longer one and one shorter one. I don't think the system actually fits on the other needles because the threading is shorter. So that's a shame because I was hoping to put a long one and a short one so I could make hats and stuff as well. I am in general not too fond on short needles because they hurt my wrists, but I thought I can always try them out and sell them if I don't like them, like D-Stash, sell them, and if I do like them I can buy them for the shop. And then I have a sneak preview for the shop, as you wish. For the Knitty retreat I had to really plug away on a swatch. If you watch the Instagram live rerun, you will see I wasn't quite finished yet. But okay, I now have a finished swatch. And with that broken seed stitch, I was like, I really need to dye my own Obnoxious Rainbow again. No, Obnoxious Rainbow is not the real name, it's the working name. It is obnoxious to dye. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work, which is okay, but I haven't dyed it in 5 years. Might say something. Here you can see it in broken seed stitch. This is my very old hand dyed from 5 years ago. It was a sample skein to try things out. And here you can see it as is. It is pooling like a maniac, which can be fun, but for some people it's a lot. So then you get this bit. I combined it now with the light gray. I like it a little bit better with a lighter color, but maybe it's also very nice with a super dark one. I don't know. This is what the ball looks like. Mind you, some colors in here are food coloring, so that's how old this is. This is me trying out new things way back when. And it was fun looking up my recipes and everything, so this is coming. It's not in the shop yet, but this was the big rainbow thing I wanted to do for a rainbow update. And yeah. Also what's coming, and what I didn't get in yet, I ordered it yesterday, so really, is these sock blockers. I just showed you my sock on, and they have alpacas. Look at that. Isn't that cute? These are extremely smooth. They are wooden. I know I have the Knit Pro acrylic ones in the shop already, but I thought maybe some people would like some prettier ones. I have a few on the way. They come in 4 sizes: small, medium, large and extra large. This is extra large. I think it goes up to a 45 EU size. I have a 43, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Might be that, yeah, 44 maybe the maximum is, but, and they are from Kremke sole wool, and yeah, I really like them. I had a little question on Instagram and people said, oh, I really enjoy wooden ones. I was like, is it not with when it gets wet and damp, doesn't it get dirty or weird or moldy or anything? And yeah, this is actually the first pair of wooden ones that it's so smooth. and I really enjoyed them. So I was like, I will have you enjoy them as well. Maybe a nice gift for Christmas for someone. Yeah, I have to say they can't be shipped in a letterbox for the Dutch people. They have to be sent as a package because of the size, because they are just too big for a letterbox parcel. So basically everything I wanted to show. We're in at an hour. This is crazy. This is really crazy. It's been a while since I took such a long one. Yeah. I've got 2 cats here. You can't see, I know. I can make a photo so you can see. I can do that. There you go. This is how we're sitting here. That way around. Okay. I get stared at now. Like, what are you doing? So, yeah, this mister gave us another scare. It was the 2nd time he sneezed blood, and we didn't even have to go to the vet. They just said, oh, well, I'll subscribe some meds and take that. It was a painkiller and anti-inflammatory thingy, and he's fit as a fiddle, really. We didn't notice anything on him. We just found red blood spatter on the floor, and we knew it was him sneezing. It could have been Leia, but we don't think so. It was him before. It will be him again, probably. If he does it again, we will go to the animal hospital to get a scope in his nose to see what's going on. But for now, once every 6 or 8 months, if he does that. Hopefully it was just the last time now. But we also get nosebleeds, so maybe for cats that's the same. I don't know. I'm not a vet. I haven't trained for that. And yeah, basically not much personal talk because I'm working on the advent calendars. I'm working hard. That's all. Yeah, that really is all. So I will just end it here because I'm rambling. And I hope to see you again next time. And when that is, I don't know. I am contemplating Vlogmas because I have advent calendars to unpack, but then that will just be it again. And I know some of you really enjoy that, so I might just do that. Let me know what you think. What advent calendars do I have? I have the rituals one to have some self-care stuff, shower gel, whatever. I have my own fibery one, of course, to open with everyone else. And I have one with yarn from Wool met Verve this year. And then we have 2 beer advent calendars. After all, we got ourselves one, or basically we got Robert one. I can't drink it anymore. And we also got one from the bar that we worked. We'd like to support them in this very difficult time. They have been closed very long, longer than mandatory, but just because they didn't have people at the university, they just couldn't open because it didn't have any purpose. Nobody was coming. So that was nice that we were able to support them. So Robert has 2 beer advent calendars this year again. Totally unplanned, but totally fine. And yeah, so that's what I am going to open. Very limited this year, isn't it? I mean, no licorice, no chocolate, no extras. And I might be thinking about some advent projects to knit on, but that also is something for a later episode. tell me what your plans are. Are you gonna do Vlogmas? Are you gonna do vlog advent projects? Are you gonna do you have any advent calendars? What are you gonna do? Tell me. I'm very, very excited and very curious about your plans. And with that, I'm really gonna say goodbye because this is going nowhere. Bye bye.